Hi everyone, so this video is my long overdue cacti and succulent updates, and I'm going to start with my epiphytic cacti. So this one is Rhipsalis pachyptera, and I got this one fairly recently. It's a pretty good sized plant, I think, and it's supposed to have yellow flowers. And these are all my cuttings. They've all done pretty well this year outside in the summertime. This one is Epiphyllum Frontrunner, and out of all of them, it's done the best. You can see it's the tallest and it has the most growths. So it definitely lives up to its name. And this one here is Lily Dache. It's done the worst. So what happened was on a windy day, it fell out of the pot. And that's when I noticed it never actually produced any roots. I cut off the bottom part because it looked like it's rotting a little bit, so I cut it off until it was nice and green, and then I rooted it in some water and I've potted it back up, and it seems like the leaf seems stiffer, so I think it has roots now, and everything else has been doing fine. I think at one point I was expecting this one, ackermanii, to bloom. It had a bud on it, but that never happened. Yeah, so these guys are doing really well. So these two are Seleniciereus anthonyanus, and they've grown really well this summer as well. This one is the cutting. You can see it's pushed out, well, it's extended this leaf and it's pushed out that leaf. This one, it's grown this leaf. It's nice and thick, and it's pushed out these two. These two are relatively fresh. I did end up burning this one, but overall the plant looks really healthy. I have it somewhat staked up only because if I don't, this whole thing's gonna fall over. But yeah, these two are doing very well. So this is one of my NOID cactus, and I currently have it isolated because it has a mealybug problem. It's a bit hard to deal with because the spines, it's hard to actually physically remove them. So I just try to spray them with alcohol when I see them. So this is my overwintering location. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but I'll just go over a few things. So this lot in this plastic tray had an issue with mealybugs. From what I can tell, everything is resolved. So I've put them in this tank. So they're just resting now. And this is my little basket thingy. And this Echeveria seems like it grew a lot over the summer, so that's good. And this one is Conophytum frutescens, and it's in bud, so that's super exciting for me. And this is Gibbaeum schwantesii. It looks kind of rough, and I've kind of been neglecting it, but hopefully it can pull through. It's a little bit dehydrated. I think it had an issue with spider mites before, which I tried to treat, but I think that's resolved now. So I bought a Lobivia seedling pack, and only 2 germinated, and they're very different from each other, so that's good. Also, I ended up getting a Lophophora fricii seedling pack, and 3 germinated, and seems like they're doing pretty well. And this is a new acquisition I got earlier this year. It's Avonia quinaria. I was kind of stupid to get it during when we first got the COVID outbreak, but it came through the post and it's done pretty well over the summer, so that's good. I ended up losing my Conophytum calculus seedlings, but my Conophytum mix seedlings are still doing pretty well. My Blossfeldia liliputana seedling, just one, but it's there. On the right are my Lobivia bonniae seedlings, and on the left are my Rebutia pygmaea seedlings, and they're doing pretty good. This one is Lophophora williamsii. This one is Conophytum uviform, and they're both doing really well. This guy, you can see he's pushing out I don't know if they're called pups, but like another growth. So that's really good. So in the back there, that one. And that one is my Astrophytum caput-medusae seedlings. I only have 2 survivors. And the other one on the right is my Lithips Rose of Texas seedlings. I'll put the name below. I forget the full name, but that one is doing pretty well for me as well. So this one is my adult Astrophytum caput-medusae. I was a little bit worried about it last year because it did shrivel up quite a bit, but it did plump up over the summer, so that's good. And it's pushing out a new leaf there, so This guy seems pretty happy, although no blooms yet. And this one is Hildewinteria colademanosis, I think, the monkey's tail one. Seedlings, and they're doing pretty good. I did see a few mealybugs. They pop up every so often, but overall the seedlings are fine. And these are my Monolaria moniliformis seedlings. It's doing pretty okay. I got rid of the ones that were dying or weren't doing well. And this is the other set, and not too many survivors, but the ones that are surviving seem to be doing good. So these are my tank seedlings. So these live with my orchid seedlings in the same tank. And this one is Pseudo-Rhipsalis amazonica. I really wanted this plant, but I couldn't find it, so I bought seeds. I bought 40 seeds, and only 2 survived. And one of the seedlings is producing a new inner leaf, so that's super exciting. So I just have to make sure that that survives. So this one is supposed to be 2 seedlings. The one on the left is Avonia papyraceus, and the one on the right is Mammillaria pectinifera, and those ones seem to be doing pretty well. This one is Mammillaria lenta, and I only have one, but the one is doing pretty good. And this one is Areocarpus Cochubianus albiflorus, and I have 3 seedlings here, and they seem to be doing pretty well. And last but not least is this relatively new acquisition. So I got this from my grandma, and for context, my grandma has a lot of these jungle cacti, and she's getting quite old, and she wanted to just chuck this, so I took it from her, and it's in bud. It's actually very big. You can see on the side here, it is very big, which is why I have it on top of the fridge, since it's the only place I have for it. It looks beat up because I did give it full sun. It was the only place I can put it because I wanted to block my cats from jumping onto the railing. So it's beat up, but it blooms. And this is actually 2 different plants. So it has red flowers, and there's also a plant in there that has very large yellow flowers as well. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 deal. The only problem is I don't know which is which unless it's blooming. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!